Okay, awesome. So thanks guys for hanging out. I'm so excited about tonight's team call. Okay, Ken, talk real quick so I can make sure I can hear you.
Hi.
Okay, I can.
Hey.
Awesome. Now I'm going to mute
Can you
you.
hear me?
I can hear you both. Okay, comment below in the chat box if you guys have anything. First thing that we're going to talk about is success. So I have been all up in the 10X rule. So guys, if there's one thing I can say to you, so today I got up 100 invites. And the one thing I'm so excited about is that I had so much fun doing it. And more than that, since we got home on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have not pushed in my business so hard and so long. I'm going to be totally honest and say that I ended up having a return the last minute, and I didn't end up hitting Personally Success Club for myself. Of course, Ben hits it. And that's literally never happened to me in my entire business. I'm going on like 48 months or longer than that as a coach, but I'm not beating myself up. If anything, right now, just have to don't get beat up by those little things, okay? Successful people don't even worry about what happened yesterday. Okay, they literally don't even think about it. The only thing they think about is, what did I do yesterday? And I'm going to do. Not I can, or I will try to, or I want to, but I am going to do more of the tasks today than I did of them yesterday. Okay? Remember, at the end of the day, guys, we have such an awesome opportunity. Don't ever get overwhelmed in this business, because at the end of the day, you're seriously in control of almost everything. You're not in control of who says yes. You're not in control of who says no, but you are in control of how many people you put this opportunity in front of. So we're going to break down success first. And second, highly suggest that you guys listen to the 10X rule. You can actually listen to it on YouTube. It's by Grant Cardone. So Grant, and his last name is Cardone, Cardone. And it's literally called the 10X, or the 10 times rule. Okay, so the first thing we're going to break down into we're going to divide success into basically 3 parts. Okay, and the 3 parts we're going to just divide it into, the first one is going to be why it's important. Why is success important? The second category, or the second title, I guess you can call it, is why it's your responsibility to become successful. And then the third one is basically describing that there's really no shortage of success. And we're going to break those down a little bit as we go, okay? So the first one is, guys, we live in a really interesting day and age where people talk a lot about hustling and grinding, but we've really lost all sense of that, just because most jobs are just get in a single line. These are your priorities and these are your responsibilities under this job title. And because this is your only job title, you don't need to learn anything more, right? Like, a manager is not being taught what supervisors and district managers know, for multiple reasons. One, they're only getting paid for that, right? They're only getting paid for a certain task. 2, the people above them don't want to teach them that stuff, because if they learn it, they could potentially take their job. And what's crazy about corporate America is one person can hold that job title. Whereas in coaching, anybody can be a 15-star diamond, right? So that's the coolest thing. So why is success important? Guys, you have to just change your mindset from success being like this bad thing and only like money hungry old people are out here, politics and whatever. It's not like that. Okay, success really, it's so important because, one, you are now leading the people in your life. You're leading your friends. You're an example to your significant other. You're an example to your future kids. You're an example to your parents that we are a pretty awesome generation, and we will make shit happen whether or not we came from something, you know? So it's important for you. It's important for your family. It's important for your tribe. If they see that you're successful at this, they're going to trust you to lead them in this business. Okay? You can't talk about how you want to build a 6-figure business, but be afraid of success or not think that it is, an important thing to achieve, right? And it's not something that you achieve necessarily, but it's something that you're constantly working on, which we'll talk about then. But I want to kind of stop this for a second and honestly just ask you guys, right where you are now and what you have as far as note-wise, is I want you to write down 5 to 10 words that you think of when you hear the word success. Okay, so I'll just give us like 2 minutes to do this. Just anything that you think of when you think success. So just to throw out some of the things that I have, and it wasn't always like this. Success for me used to be things like stress, because if I'm successful, I'm going to make all this money, and then I'm going to have to figure out taxes and do all these things that I've never known about. And I had this bad perception of it. Now, because I'm surrounded by successful people and I choose to be surrounded by them by leaning into team calls and leaning into our team page and things like that, to me, success means freedom. Success means that you've achieved a level of freedom in your life, meaning that you are in control of it. It's wealth. And it's wealth not to just buy and have things, but it's to do things, to give things, to leave a legacy behind and still being able to impact people long after I'm gone with the income that I generate by helping people. It's stress-free to me because right now I don't feel successful. And so for me, success means to be stress-free, to not have to worry about money and unexpected expenses and just things happening in life. And also means more opportunities. Okay, so Jess, we just took a minute to write down like 5 to 10 words that we think of when we think of success. So Brianna, do you want to share yours super quick?
Okay. For mine, I wrote down like nice belongings. So usually when I think of like doctors or lawyers, I usually think of like nice houses, nice cars. Like they always kind of have to have like the nice stuff. I also wrote down schooling. So usually I think when I think of success, I think of people who typically like went for their doctorate or like their master's and really like worked up that way. When I also think, and then I also wrote down like they work hard every single day. So there's like they're always showing up for what they need to do. They're always doing that like extra step that needs to get done. That really kind of makes them stand out and put them up the ladder. And then I wrote down freedom also.
Love
and
it.
Then my 5th one, I wrote down fans. So you just are kind of building like, kind of like here, like we're building a tribe. Like people really look up to you and just look to see like what you're doing, and then it kind of like motivates them to do.
Definitely.
Better.
And there's a lot of like quotes that go along with that, saying that success leaves clues. And so people, they're following you. They are watching you. That's why it's really important that you guys are sharing like why you're doing this, the things that you want to do in life, where you want to travel to, like being specific. Because you never know. You could say something like you want to go to Iceland or New Zealand or something you don't hear people say often. And that's going to get that one girl's attention that's like, oh my God, that's my dream location. And then when she sees you make it happen, she's going to be like, okay, what is this girl doing? Right? So I think that's really awesome. So yeah, just like thinking you want to have this positive perception of success so that you actually work toward it. Jess, did you have similar things as well? If you were thinking about it?
Yeah, no, I really liked Brianna's too. But yeah, like definitely like people like that you see that are successful, like usually there's somebody that is more educated or they like gaining knowledge and they kind of surround themselves with those type of people. And then just like an abundance of like happiness and like anything that you think that you would want, they have it. And you're like, I want that. And like, it's still available to you.
100%. Because remember that success is not a person. Success is just, it's a lifestyle. And so it's basically showing that anybody can have it. Anybody can have it. Okay. So I want to talk first about like the whole mindset thing. Please, has anybody ever heard somebody say this to you? Success isn't everything. Have you ever heard this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So it's funny because Grant Cardone basically talks about how the people that say that are typically the people that haven't achieved the things that they want in life, right? It's so much easier to say that we don't want something, even if we do deep down, if we don't have it, because it kind of gives us our out to not have to actually hustle to get it, right? Which is just like this crutch that we keep holding on to. So, but the problem is that, what was I going to say with this? They just have a bad mindset to it. Okay, guys, this is why it's so important that you are reading success books. Like You Are a Badass is one of my favorite books, and why it's always one I recommend to you guys, because it gets you into the mental side of seeing just how awesome life is if you're willing to just be courageous and go after it. But you definitely want to start switching gears once you do hit Emerald rank, or you're working toward that at least, and you're thinking about Diamond, because this is where you need to start understanding the whole idea behind success being now like your responsibility. Okay, so we understand why it's important, because unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, but it's just a matter of the fact that money is what makes this world go round. Okay, so it's either get on board and enjoy it and reap the benefits of creating wealth to do the things that you want, or complain, be jealous, wonder what if the rest of your life. So it's either one or the other. So we just have to accept that fact and understand that there are different ways to approach success. It doesn't have to be this step on other people to get to the top and share all of this amazing stuff that we have to offer with the world. It can be, I can be successful by helping you become successful too. And so that's what you want to be making sure that you're sharing with everybody you're talking to, okay? So,
Hey, Em,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry. I'm trying to copy and paste it, but the message is too long. Are you able to send what's her name? Maddie Fenton the link to the Boom call?
Yes.
Or to this call. Sorry. I accidentally sent her the Boom one, but I can't send her the one to this one because it's too long.
No, you're okay. I totally forgot to send it to her. As soon as my computer decides to do it. Okay, so that's like the first importance of success is, guys, remembering that this is for you, your family, this is for your tribe, showing them that success is important to you, because if it's important to you, it's going to be important to them. And then the more success your team has, the more success that you have in your business. But more than that, for yourself, guys, for yourself, success honestly promotes confidence, right? When you do you not feel more confident when you feel like you've achieved something, when you feel like big, exciting things are happening, you feel better. You want to talk to people about what you're doing. And so always think about that success does not happen overnight. All right. So just like confidence doesn't happen overnight and your dream body doesn't happen overnight and the dean's list doesn't happen overnight. It's little things that you do every day to get there. That's why so badly I want you to truly understand, or not truly understand, but to really connect the importance of success to the daily vital behaviors that we have as coaches. Okay? Attach that knowing that if you are sharing your vital behaviors, if you are showing up to your workout and you're showing up to your shake and you are inviting people every day, that's all you need to be successful as a coach. The only difference is that people that are super crazy successful are just people that did the bare minimum times 10. Okay, which all of you kind of are, which is so super awesome and why I think you would really love that book. But anyway, second thing I want to talk about is like why success is your duty and your duty, but your obligation kind of, okay? So kind of like switching gears on this is thinking of success as being an option, kind of like a lot of us have been led by our society and our parents, whatever, just, be average, get the average car that looks like every other car on the road, get the education, get the job where you get these benefits and a 401k plan. Everything is basically wrapped up into a not even so shiny bag anymore. And it's basically just come and pick yours. That's honestly what most people are like living their lives as these days. But it's only because average is acceptable, right? So people they view success as an option, that some people are just successful. Some people just live that life where they have a yacht and 5 houses around the world and more money than they can even count on their, whatever. It's getting rid of that mindset and understanding that they were literally born just like you. Whether or not their parents had money, they could have blown through all of it. They could have blown through all of it and wasted all of it, okay? That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. And half the time when shit's handed to you, you don't appreciate it and you lose it a lot faster. But when you earn it, that's when you hold on to that. And that's when you want to share that with other people, right? And that's how you gain, humility and you're humble about it, right? So it's really like, what I really like that Grant Cardone talks about is that he said that it's not so much like needing a plan or a routine or a schedule. So many of us will get so wrapped up in making to-do lists and making these perfect color-coded schedules of when we're going to do this power hour and when we're going to do that power hour and whatnot. But guys, it's really just a matter of, do you know where you're going? Because if you don't know where you're going to go nowhere fast. You're going to be inviting, but not knowing what you're inviting to. And then you're going to run into a wall. You're going to be talking about coaching, but if you have no idea the kind of team that you want or the kind of lifestyle that you want to create or the kind of, culture you want to develop in your team and in your tribe, you're never going to find those people. So all the lists and stuff aren't going to matter if you don't have a clear, specific goal or direction or destination that you want to go. And the cool thing is that that's just the first one. Once you get there, once you get to the maybe 15-pound weight loss that you had, or maybe it was just to gain 10 pounds of muscle, or you wanted to make $1,000 a week, you're not going to stop there, right? Like you're successful compared to where you started from. But then you're going to reset the bar, and success is going to be something beyond that. It should be something that you're constantly striving towards. So he talks about why this is like your responsibility is that you just have to understand that don't treat it like an option. The people that it's happened to, that so many of us think like, oh, they're lucky, or they knew people, or they had a trust fund, or whatever it was. It's just that they viewed success as their obligation. It was their duty. It was their responsibility that, hey, if I'm going to be on this earth, I'm going to do it 1,000,000%, right? Because it literally takes just as much effort to hustle and to hit Success Club 100 as it does to hit Success Club 6. Because think about it this way. It takes effort to make excuses. It takes effort to sit on the couch and watch Netflix and think about the things you could be doing to move your business forward. All of that takes effort. Then it takes effort to try to push back the thoughts that you have about working your business so that you can focus on your Netflix show. And then the excuses start to pour in and all these other things, right? But it's people that have that success aren't thinking about that stuff. Instead, it's just, I got to go and I got to make it happen right now, right? Because this is my job. This is my duty. This is the reason I was here. And think about it too this way, that we're really lucky because a lot of people never have this mental shift, right? So think about not just the people that you're going to be, not just how this is going to help you, but you really are going to be able to help your parents, right? Your friends in the future, the people that aren't planning ahead and that just are getting by now. Think about it that way. I always think like so many people I know are going to outlive these 401k plans that they're so dependent upon. They're going to outlive that stuff. And worse than that, they're just going to be existing, honestly, until they die at that point, because they're not going to have the money and the freedom to do the things that they want now that their kids are gone and whatever, you know? So treating it like it's not an option, and basically is why most people like just create that success for themselves. He also says, this is a quote I really loved, is that you don't need to grow old to die. That's why it's really important that you know what your purpose is, so that you don't spend a whole lifetime working for somebody else and fulfilling somebody else's purpose. Other thing too that he was saying is that when we don't treat it like it's our responsibility to create success, is what we'll end up doing instead is creating or spending a whole lifetime making up excuses for why we didn't. It was, well, I was in school and I was moving and my dog died and my student loans hit and my credit card started gaining interest, just 1,000,004 things. And just at the end of the day, guys, I've been to everything I just said, literally, I've gone through as a coach, okay? And the reason I'm saying that is because 2 years later, now I am 2 years later after all of those things happened, and I'd be super pissed at myself if I stopped then because of what was going on right then in the moment, right? Yes, it felt like the world was ending, but I knew it wasn't. And I knew that life was still going to go on, whether or not I was going to be happy about it, right? And so because of that, kept moving forward and kept going, okay? Let's move on. So the last thing he was kind of talking about was that there's no shortage of success. So this is something I hear all the time. There's so many Beachbody coaches. Guys, oh my God, how many banks are there? I swear to God, every time I drive down the street, there's a new bank. I'm like, where are you getting money from for this new bank? Or how many salons there are, or freaking coffee shops. Or if you've ever driven through New England, there's literally, you can see 4 Dunkin' Donuts when you stand on a street corner. Literally, you can see 4 within sight. They're everywhere, right? But they're franchises. Different people own all of those. Not just one person. Different people own all of those. It has nothing to do with the product. I don't care how many Beachbody coaches there are, and you shouldn't care either. And so what you should care about is the fact that no one else is like you. Literally no one else is out there that's like you, that looks like you, that talks like you, that has the same family life and friend group that you have. They don't have the same interests. They might look like you, but you might have nothing in common. You are so unique, and that is your superpower. Okay? So when you think about success not being in shortage, guys, you want to think about it this way. When you see someone else have success as a coach or in anything that they do in life, it's honestly just proof that it's possible if you just show up to it. if you're just consistent. Okay. The coolest thing too about network marketing is that this is not a lottery ticket. Think about how many people spend money on lottery tickets. I had a girlfriend once that would spend like $500 a week on lottery tickets. It got that bad. And she was a bartender. And I'm just like, dude, if you even spent like a quarter of that once a year on a challenge pack, oh my God, you could change your life and so many other people's lives instead of just on these scratch off things. But network marketing isn't like that. Coaching isn't like that, right? You don't just get a ticket and maybe you get lucky, right? It has nothing to do with whose team that you're on or anything like that. It's, are you just going to show up with 100% effort every effing day? Are you going to show up and get off 20 invites, even if you can't get off the 50 that you had planned, just because you know that a little bit is better than nothing? That you know that done is better than perfect, because successful people do. Okay? You just have to have that mindset that I don't need to, so what if I can't hit this goal today? Even right now, I wanted to do my 30-minute, 21-day fixed extreme workout. But I procrastinated. My call with Amy's mom went way longer than planned. And so because of that, I literally had like 25 minutes to do my workout. I literally just did T25, right? And in my head, of course, I was kind of mad and whatever, but success is just doing what you can when you can and doing as much of it as you can. I could have done a 20-minute workout. That would have given me 5 minutes to whatever, but instead I did exactly 25 minutes because that's what I had. I want you guys to have that same kind of tenacity and push in everything that you do. In your workouts, in your meal plans, in talking about coaching. Guys, all you have to do is just act like you're successful, and people are going to be attracted to that. And then you just figure your shit out as you go. Okay? So there's also talking about, okay, so you're just saying like a bunch of different analogies. Like success in business and life, it's not like a board game. There's not a winner and there's not a loser. It's just if you show up, anybody can have it. Okay? And it's honestly just this shortage mindset. I thought this was a really cool concept and definitely something I would consider you guys use in like a post about personal development or something. He's talking about how so many people, because of society and just the media, give us this shortage mindset that colleges are, you know, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Are competitive. They only accept so many people, right? Only so many enrollments, or that even with challenge groups, right? We create this shortage, 10 spots left, right? We do this to make people think like we have to rush them to do this now. But what people don't see is that this also plays against us at the same time, because now we have this mindset of I don't have time, right? There's all these commercials that are trying to like say things like, here, just take this pill. This will make all your problems go away because you don't have time between running the kids here and taking the kids there and cooking dinner and going to work. They paint the American lifestyle as being this thing where you wake up, you get the kids ready, you go out the door, you go to your 9 to 5, you pick up the kids, you come home, you do dinner, homework, laundry, and go to bed. Literally, that's what every commercial is about. So our job, honestly, is to just be living proof every day that it can be so much more fun than that. So much more variety. It doesn't have to be the same thing every single day. But that's what they're seeing. Because in their free time, what they think they only have time for is TV. And so that's what they're seeing all the time. It says, I don't have time. I don't have money, right? All these other commercials too. I swear to God, these days it's either a bank commercial or life insurance because they're going to die because they don't take care of their health. Like it's literally just all of this negative crap that we don't even really think about. It's not even just the news, it's commercials too. Okay. And so because of this shortage thinking, what tends to happen is that people just assume, well, this girl's already fit, so I'm not going to be fit, right? Like she puts 12 hours a day into her workout, and because I only have 30 minutes, I can't have what she has. I can't look how she looks. I know that it's crazy, but that's why this is our responsibility and why success is so important, because we're the lucky ones. We're the lucky ones that notice and see what is actually happening. And it's our job. It's our duty to share with them our story and our struggle and how we're so much like them. But more than that, to share what we're doing about it. Okay? You don't want people just to relate to your struggle, guys. Maddie and I were talking about that today. You want to talk to you about what you're doing. Okay? Like literally talk to them about not just the workout that you're doing, like describe it. Like straight up describe the workout. Not just saying like, I'm grateful that I have this 30-minute workout because, and then sharing your life all the time. Instead say, because my life is so crazy, I'm grateful I have this 30-minute workout that targets this, this, and this, which is helping me hit my goals of, rocking a bikini and being able to wear whatever you want to say, right? But you're telling them like what you're doing compared to just your struggle and your story. Because what's really cool about this too is that you're showing them that there's a success step, there's success methods, or there's steps that they can take to be successful, and you have them. And throughout the day, whatever, in your other post, you're obviously talking about your story too. When you can tell them what you're doing, they're going to start to see that this girl has a system I can follow. Right? You want them to be attracted to that more so, not more so, but just as equally as they're attracted to your story, okay? So let's kind of switch gears and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave that there for a second as far as success goes. But I do want to throw out just a few thoughts to you guys, and then we're just going to dive into income and stuff like that, okay? So the other thing that I was kind of reading was that he was talking about is that why average is kind of like failing, okay? And I totally live in an average family. They'll be like, you're so skinny, you don't need to work out. I'm like, oh my God, you're so missing the point. I'm not working out because of course I care about what I look like enough. I mean, that has to be that's a part of everybody working out, okay? We can't deny that. But there's confidence in caring about what you look like. It means that I know that this is what's representing me before I even speak. So I want you to see that I'm a strong, confident, capable, powerful female, and I make time for me. I'm out here hustling. I'm out here building a business. I'm out here paying student loans and getting my shit together just like you are. But I'm also taking time to take care of myself, right? So he was talking about how average is acceptable, and because of that, it's very addicting. We just want to be liked. We just want to be liked. That's why we overthink our invites. We overthink our posts. Half the time, it's not even posting to think like, is this girl going to join me? It's just, is this person going to like this post? Which is even like the worst way to think about it, right? Because it's so much bigger than that one post. All right? You're just trying to get people to see that you're not average. And the way that you do that, guys, is everything that you do it 110%. When you talk about your fitness program, don't just talk about it. Be passionate about it. Scream, swear if that's your jam, dance up and down, have music blaring in the background. Just be so obsessed with it that they're obsessed with it. Okay? So I thought this was a fun fact. Again, why I push personal development more than absolutely anything. An average worker reads less than one book a year. Like an average 40-hour-a-week worker reads less than one book a year, and they work on average 37 and a half hours a week. Okay, the average CEO in the US as of 2017 makes 319 times more than the average worker, but they read about 62 books a year. Yeah, some food for thought. Success is not just handed to people, guys. Whether or not you don't like the person that's successful and has that wealth, they're doing something like amazing to get there. And by amazing, I don't always mean like a good moral deed, let's be honest, but I do mean that they're going above and beyond average. And instead of calling 10 people a day, they're calling 100 people a day, right? Instead of putting their opportunity and their product in front of 10 people, they're putting it in front of 100 people. You just have to have that same mindset. Now, don't get me wrong. Average is not bad, okay? Average isn't bad, but it's average. Okay, so for me, yeah, average is bad. Like average is like evil. I don't want to live an average life at all. I can't tolerate it. I'm not tolerate it, but like I do get frustrated when I see so many people. I'm like, God, you could just do so much more than what you're doing. When you get to that level, you just don't feel afraid to like tell people like, okay, so you don't have time. So what are you doing about it? So you don't have money. What are you doing about it? Like I literally was just talking to a girl and invited her to our next fitness group or just our ongoing fitness group. And she goes, girl, I totally would, but I literally don't have any money and I just quit my job. It's like, okay, so what's your plan? Like you're not going to take care of your health because you don't have a job and you don't have money. Well, what the fuck are you doing to get that? Because at the end of the day, yeah, I want you to be successful. I want you to take care of yourself, because if not, it's my taxpayer money that's going to keep your ass afloat. So no, I want you to be a successful part of society and a decent human being. Get your shit together, because I don't want to take care of you. But more than that, I do genuinely want to help you because I've been there. I know it sucks. I know that it can feel super overwhelming, and I want people to know that there's hope. You don't need to come from a $1 million earning family. You don't need to live in a 6-bedroom house. Like, I grew up totally lower middle class. My parents are the shit. I love them. They're awesome. And it's just really cool that my parents do work very, very, very hard. It just sucks because at the generation that they're in and the type of a career that, you know, that they have, that they're working, they don't really have the opportunity that we do now, being so familiar with the internet. Okay, it's not a bad thing, it's just different. So anyway, I thought that this was really cool, and I'll leave it here, is that basically it's talking about how it's not about the product, but about what you do and what you offer as a coach. So I don't know if you guys know this, but if I'm going to support like a big corporation, because I usually like small businesses, one of them is Starbucks, okay? And just because I'm a basic white girl. So cool thing about Starbucks is they had a tough time during the recession back in, I think it was like 07, 06, right? I don't know, Bree and Maddie, you might be a little young for that, but yes, there was one. But it was really cool because most companies, what they did was they laid off their poorer performing stores and locations, right? Biggie, down. Mom, can you? Yes. He's down. My cat's trying to eat dog food. So like, I literally just can't. So what he did was he actually drove around the country and flew around the country, I'm not gonna lie. And he went into stores and just hung out and talked to customers. Okay, guys, their stock still did well during the recession because of that. Okay, people are going to care about the time that you take out to help them figure out how to fit this into their budget, rather than you just being like, okay, bye. All right, because at the end of the day, remember, success is your duty. It is your responsibility, and you want to help them become successful too. All right, and the more that you show people that you're going to help them no matter what's going on in their life, it's going to build the confidence in yourself and that belief in yourself that no matter what you face, you're going to make this happen, right? The whole faking it till you make it thing, I love, only because talk to people as if you're talking to yourself. Literally tell them what you're going to do to help them achieve their goals and live and breathe that for you. Okay? I'm going to leave that there. Now I want to kind of dive into income. Okay? So this is definitely where you guys want to start taking, well, if you weren't already taking notes, but definitely start taking notes now, okay? So for newer coaches, let me plug my computer in really quick.
I just didn't want the dog to chew it over. Okay. It's got to be home shortly.
Okay. So I'm going to pull up my Coach Online office super quick. And I encourage you guys to do this as well, like actually looking at, I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm just going to show you one of my random ones from this summer, and we're going to break this down, okay? So, guys, where you find your earnings and commissions under my Monitor My Business, and it's going to be the bottom right section under volume that's going to say earnings and commissions, okay? So that's what you're going to click on. This is what you're going to see every time, okay? It's going to have the list of all of the different ways that you can earn. It's going to have the point amount for it, which is basically just the currency. And what's cool is you're going to be able to click on each of these numbers to actually see where that income's generating from. Okay. So this is what we're going to break down together. So as a new coach, the 100% of your income comes from 100% of your effort, and that's through retail commission. Okay, through retail commission. Retail commission, you earn 25% commission on those things. That's challenge pack sales, that's Shakeology, that's pre-workout, that's any other retail item. You're going to earn 25% of that. So if you click on that, that's exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see Shakeology, you're going to see an all access, Shakeology, all challenge pack, okay? So that's what you're going to see, okay? So that makes that pretty simple, right? Now the next thing are subscription commissions. You earn a 40% bonus on subscription commissions. These are going to be from people ordering BOD through you. Okay, so as you can see, this was my Beachbody On Demand and Beachbody On Demand. So hers renewed for $99 for the whole year. She just pays every 3 months. So every 3 months, it's $38.87. Okay, so those are your subscription commissions. Those are the only 2 ways that you are earning as a coach when you first sign up. Now what happens is you become an Emerald coach, right? That's your first rank that you guys are working toward, okay? So awesome job to Bree for gaining that. Just you're so close. 1 person this month. I can't wait. I know somebody's going to come out of our coach sneak peek for you. Okay, so as you rank, your goal is you want to have 2 personally sponsored coaches. Personally sponsored, you will see abbreviated as PS. Okay, so you're going to see that as PS. No, so subscription commission's 40%. Okay, so when you see PS, that's going to say personally sponsored. So when you have 1 personally sponsored coach on one side of your business and 1 PS coach on the other, and they're active, and you're active, you are now Emerald rank. How do people stay active? You hold a minimum of 50 volume points. Each of those coaches has 50 volume points, and you also have at least 50 volume points to stay active as a coach. If you want to earn Success Club, this is different. Success Club, you need a minimum of 90 personal volume points. Hence why we totally encourage you just to drink either Shakeology or the Performance Line so that you're automatically gaining that 90 PV without even thinking about it. Secondly, first vital behavior, being proof of the product. Okay? So once you hit Emerald rank, that's when a bunch of awesome things start to happen. One, you start to earn free customer leads. Okay? So customer leads are broken down into a bunch of different categories. There's a few different requirements for that. But when you are an Emerald coach, okay, so an active Emerald coach, you start to earn free customer leads. These are the people that are just going to beachbody.com and requesting a free coach. When you are an Emerald coach and you hit Success Club 10, you start to earn Success Club leads. Okay, so Success Club leads come from, so those are going to be people that actually went on and bought Beachbody On Demand plus Shakeology, or All Access plus the Performance Line. They bought a challenge pack. So you actually gain 2 Success Club points for that. But you yourself have to have earned 10. Okay? Now, if you are a diamond coach and you hit Success Club 10, you are eligible for the same other 2 leads, but now you're also eligible for coach leads. They will actually give you people that just sign up as coaches. Crazy. So that's divided up among all of the customer leads that Beachbody gets every single month. Okay? And say if they end, and those just cycle through the numbers as a coach. So like your coach ID is a number. They're going to cycle through those numbers until they hit the next person that qualifies for that lead. Okay. So toward the end of the year, the leads are kind of few and far between, but you'll still get a few customer leads. You'll definitely get some Success Club leads if you guys are active Emerald and hit Success Club 10. I've had a bunch, to be honest with you. So they're not that rare. Definitely something to be excited about. Other than customer leads, once you're in Emerald rank, this is when you start to earn a team cycle bonus and a matching bonus. Okay? So your team cycle bonus comes from your team's efforts. This comes from everybody in your downline, whether you personally sponsored them or not, whether they ordered through you or not. All of that volume is being generated, and that's what creates your team cycle bonus. Okay, guys, that's what's so cool and why I can't wait to show you guys your graphical genealogy too, is that there are going to be people that are placed way below you and say they order Shakeology. That's 90 volume points from their Shakeology order. Everybody above them is going to get that 90 added to their volume points, okay? Your job is simply just to match what your strong leg is creating. Okay? So, as you hit emerald rank, it's basically your team cycle is the efforts of your team, whether or not you have signed that person up. Okay? So, what we're going to do super quick is explain what a team bonus is. It's a cycle. When you accumulate 300 volume points, you create a team cycle, and you keep doing that until you don't have any volume points left to cycle. Okay? So, as an Emerald coach, you cycle $14 every 300 volume points. As a Ruby coach, which most people just kind of skip Ruby and go straight to Diamond, so I'm just going to say that. As a Diamond coach, you cycle $18 a cycle. It definitely makes a difference, okay? That's why you definitely want to earn or hit Diamond. Now, I'm going to throw this out at you as well. You will be capped at $250 a week in team cycle bonuses as an Emerald coach. And hear me out, and this is something that you really, really want to share with people because this is very, very, very cool. They don't do this in Mary Kay, fun fact. So a lot of people were pissed about this. So many people think that the people at the top make money. Not true. Beachbody will cut you off. So for example, say if just because you guys know their names, say if Ashley Feldyson capped out at Emerald rank. Okay? But she has Kate Morgan on her team. And Kate Morgan is bringing in volume after volume after volume. And say that she is 1-star, I guess she's 3-star qualifying now. Okay? So Ashley stopped growing at Emerald rank. So she's capped at 250. So say even if Kate is creating, she has 5,000 volume points on one side and 10,000 volume points on the other side, okay? Say that. She's cycling through a bunch of times. Like she can go more, she will cycle more times than $250. Ashley Feldyson will not earn more than that $250, okay? Because she's only at Emerald rank. Now, Kate, doesn't matter how far below she is, with those volume points, she's going to keep cycling. She's going to keep cycling. And that's what's so cool about this, is that it doesn't matter where you signed up. It's just if you're hustling and you're kicking ass and you're bringing people in and they're consuming the product, you will create an income. That's all that is, okay? So I'm going to log in real quick and show you guys your graphical genealogy, okay? We can go through this separately together. We'll do this on Thursday for our Coach Basics. We're just going to be focusing on this. But the biggest things I want you guys to notice is that when you log in to your graphical genealogy, so it's under Monitor My Business, under your downline, you're going to see graphical genealogy. Okay? When you log in, you're only going to see your name. You're not going to see anybody above you. All right? What you're then going to see is you're going to see people on left and right sides of your business. Okay? Here's a really cool thing for you guys to see is the first coach on my left leg that I signed up was Ben. And you guys can see that because it says the number 1 here. And it says PS, meaning I personally sponsored Ben. Now, you're going to see Esther on my right side. There's no PS above Esther, meaning she's not my coach. I did not sign her up. But everything that she does, everything that the Marilla does, everything that the people under Marilla are doing are all creating my right leg volume. All of these people. Because like I said, your team cycle is the effort of your team. And your team guys are not just the people that you personally sponsored. It's everybody that's below you in your business. Okay? So why do I really like Marilla? Well, because she's super nice, but also because she generates volume. She helps create volume from the right side of my business. Now, again, on my right side, if I click this arrow down, I'll come down and I'm going to see Lola Croushore. That's my mom. There's a PS here. So yes, just because there's these, 1, 2, 3 people in between us, these aren't my coaches, okay? So when I log into then my sponsorship drill down, which is different from graphical genealogy, I will see my mom as my first coach on my right leg, because sponsorship drill down is just my business plus my coach's business. Graphical genealogy is just everybody that's placed below you. We're all on one side of Patrick's business, below Amy Roman. Okay. So definitely important that you guys like kind of see some of these girls' names just so that you can sort of see this stuff about where they are. It's annoying that I can't move over, but anyway. So what I want to quickly show you guys too is if you clicked on their name. So if I were to click on Ben's name here, all right, I'm going to see in his genealogy, he has 37 coaches on his left leg. He has 24 coaches on his right leg. I can see his orders listed here below. Okay, and as you can see, I always order the pre-workout underneath him, and then I just pay for his business fee. Okay, let me get out of here real quick. So that's your graphical genealogy. Now, what you guys want to be doing is you want to build to your outside left and your outside right legs. Okay, because that's how you're helping everybody. Then when those people sign up, they're going to build on their inside leg. Okay, and that's just how everything then just starts to like weave and become this like crazy awesome tree. All right, so so this is my bottom. What was this? Give me a second. Okay, so as you can see, Jess, you're here. So you're on my bottom left, all right? Now, if I start to go up a little bit, I don't want to see this. Okay, so like I can see here that Megan has one coach, and that's her mom here. But her mom is not my personally sponsored coach, just like Megan's not my personally sponsored coach. She's Ben's coach, right? That's why you want to check out this PS, right? But what you guys want to know right now to build a diamond is you just want to build on your outside left and your outside right legs, all right? Then you tell your coaches, so for example, anybody that signs up on my left leg, your strong leg is your left leg because you're on my left leg. I'm helping you build this, which makes your weak leg your right leg, okay? So for example, Jess, you're on my left leg, which your right leg then is now your weak leg. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so let me just kind of like see this real quick. So basically, guys, the whole idea is that every product has volume points, okay? So you want to help people consume the product because then they reorder and then they order through you, and that's how you gain volume points, okay? So let's see where else I want to go. So basically our week starts on Thursday and ends on Wednesday nights. So if you guys have a bill that you want to pay for with your Beachbody income, hustle Thursday to Wednesday and make it happen so that that paycheck's pretty effing nice. You should be hustling every day, but more or less it's definitely that push knowing that you have 7 days to seriously do whatever you want, 10x everything, right? Okay, so for example, I'm actually going to show you guys this too. So we've kind of creeped in a little bit to right here where it says earnings and commission, and that broke down retail and subscription. It broke down team cycle bonus. All right, but what's also under here is something called your team volume. This is how you could look at this and figure out what your income is, okay, by looking at this. So, for example, my right leg has 1,200 volume points on it. And I can show you where all of that's coming from. It's coming from, and look at all of this. None of it came from my personally, let me see. All of that volume did not come from anybody on my team, like my personal team. But I get that volume because they're all on my right side. Now, to be honest, so Shauna's on my mom's team, Brindle's on my mom's team, so whatever. But still, do you guys kind of see how that works? Is that even though these aren't my personal coaches, this volume, as you can see from their orders, so like 90 PV was probably Shakeology. If I clicked on this, I'm sure that's what it's going to say. Or not, because there's just, Okay, so she got Shakeology, right? So I can see where all that volume is coming from to create that 1100 PV. All right. Now, if I were to go up here and click on left leg, I could scroll down here and I could see where all of this income came from. Okay, so Courtney ordered Shakeology, Megan Shakeology, Breeze, Jess, I don't know what you ordered for 75. Oh, right. Okay, so you had so many orders, that's why. And so on and so forth, okay? So that's what's really cool is that you can see where this volume's coming from. So, for example, this is how you guys now do the 300 volume points. What I do is I subtract 100 from my weak leg and 200 from my strong leg. I do this until I cannot subtract anymore. So make it simple. So like last week, for example, 600, I know I could cycle 6 times, right? I could take 600 from this. So that's 6 times I'm cycling. And all you want to do is just double that for the other side because it's like a 1-to-2 ratio. Okay? So it's going to double that. So then I'll see, so say for example, if I cycled 6 times, as a diamond coach, you earn $18 a cycle. So it'd be 18 times 6 for that 1 week. And that's just from team bonus. It has nothing to do with me ordering and has nothing to do with my customer orders. That's just my downline, just my team. That's residual income, guys. Okay? So being on vacation when I literally did nothing for my business, y'all were doing shit in your business. So that's how I was still able to generate that income. All right? So that's what you want to think about it now. Okay, so what's cool is that at Emerald rank, you max out at $250 for the week, but at Diamond, you max out at $2,000 a week with team cycle bonuses. So definitely a lot more room there. Okay, definitely a lot more room there for you guys to kind of play around with that. But more than that, I'm going to leave that there. The last 2 things I just wanted to break down to you guys as far as earnings and commission and stuff goes is the part that says fast start bonus. This is when you have a challenger sign up as a coach with her challenge pack. Okay? You don't get a bonus for that. It's just going to be listed here instead of retail. It's not retail because she signed up as a coach. Okay, that's the difference. You don't get a bonus for signing people up. I think that was like one of the biggest selling points I always had to people. I make no money by recruiting you. I make no money by recruiting you. Whether or not you sign up as a customer or a coach today makes no difference to me. I make the same amount of money. All right, but where you earn a Fast Start Plus bonus is when you have 5 people like that. So 5 coaches with a challenge pack sign up in a 5-week period. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. What questions do you guys have? And y'all can totally unmute yourselves.
I personally don't have any. I don't know if Jess does.
Did that help at all?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Avery is on your right leg. Duh. And
That's totally
a little
right.
too late to be asking about that.
I was like, wait, well, I was just like, I know that he is on my right leg, but when you were like saying weak leg, I just always get a little bit confused. So I was like, okay, is
You're
that
good.
right?
So
Okay.
because you're not Get Emerald, the next person that will sign up will automatically go to your left.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I forget what I was going to ask. I like started typing it and then I was like, oh my God, why don't I just unmute myself? But it was like something about what you last said and now it's going to bug me.
I can't remember.
About the commission, like the fast start.
Yes and no. I'll think about it.
Okay. Just comment
Okay.
if you do have any questions.
Okay.
So I'm going to go through a little bit more of genealogy on the Coach Basics call for Thursday, but I'm more so just going to be going through our team calendar for the month. Okay. And honestly, planning out for the next 3 months. So just because last month did not go exactly the way that I planned, I am thinking about I want to do a no spend group for June. Okay. So that's going to be my free group. I'm like nervous as fuck because I literally just am like this. I'm this dumbest shit too. Like I can't even tell you how many of these I bought. This fucking beef stick, but only because they're super hard to find. And this is the hot one and I can only ever find medium. So I was like, this is a sign that I need to stock up on like 10. But no, I didn't need any of this. I literally didn't need any of those. So I want to do a no spend group. I get so many, I don't have money. Okay, bitch. Well, here's your solution. Join my group, right? And if not, then what's your next excuse for not